Welcome to the... What are we at now? 1K? 2K? 3? What comes after 3?
How did they let you have a spacecraft?
You got questions? I have answers. So we'll just jump right into this. Here we go. Throw me the first question, pretty boy.
What's your species and what do you eat?
Our species is called Bellomoran, but everyone says that's too long and too hard to say, so we're called Bellums for short. We're actually descendants of a brain-controlling parasite species. And I know what you Earthlings are thinking. Whoa, okay, you're pretty big for a parasite. Yeah. So imagine how big the hosts were. We're originally from a gas planet, and it's very hard to find resources in that kind of environment. So the old Bellums had to get creative with developing technology. What happened when one of those giant hosts died? Harvest the bodies for materials. Imagine if you took a raw rotisserie chicken and decided you were gonna fly it through space. The other aliens were understandably very afraid. We've long moved on from that, though, thank God. As for what I eat, well, almost anything.
Because she has no self-control. She tried to eat a truck tire 3 days ago.
Pask!
It was awesome. What planet are you from?
I'm from Vacrona 6. Pask is from Vacrona Prime.
What's your home planet like and do all your kin come in peace?
Vacrona Prime and Vacrona 6 are actually really different from each other. Prime is where all the Bellums came from originally. As I mentioned before, it's a gas planet, so everything is either made to float or fly in the wind. Prime takes a lot of pride in their VR technology nowadays, and it's pretty much to the point no one wants to leave the planet anymore. Primes are pretty okay with being plugged into a pod forever and never leaving, but it kinda freaks me out personally. They have a bunch of mindless clones to keep running, so the place hasn't turned into a complete shithole yet. Vacrona 6 is the complete opposite. Prime is too comfortable to want to leave, but everyone on 6 would gladly fly a toaster into space if it meant a chance at escape. It's tidally locked, so one side is eternal daylight burning hell, and the other side is eternal darkness freezing hell. The only habitable area is right in the middle between those two sides, where it's always sunset. So there's not much living space, which is why everyone wants to move out into space, where there is more space. But if you're going out there, you'll have to join either the military, research, or exploration fleets. I'm from the research fleet, so I'm relatively harmless. Just here to observe. What about that military fleet, though? You're actually way under their radar right now, because they don't see your planet as worthy enough to do combat with yet. You see, they're what your planet would refer to as a bunch of crazy motherfuckers.
Do aliens identify as genders or something else?
Males and females of our species are basically indistinguishable from each other, so identifying as a certain gender doesn't matter to us as much as it does on your planet. We only have neutral pronouns. I think what matters more is what planet you're from, 'cause that's way easier to figure out. Have you ever seen someone from Vacrona 9 before, Pask?
No.
Well, they've never seen anybody else either. Ha! Get it? 'Cause 9s don't have eyes.
So like do you fly or something? Or are your tentacle thingies strong enough to hold your head up?
We have something kind of like a swim bladder that lets us float up or down in the air. The tentacles actually help us keep balance or anchor down to things. But the main function is they generate electricity, and then we use that to interfere with our host's brain signals. Parasitic mind-controlling species, remember?
If you're an alien, why do you wear glasses?
I hear humans are more likely to trust someone who wears glasses. Is it working?
How did you and Kurt meet?
We met just as he was getting ready to start his channel. I'm sure you've heard of that hell site called Tumblr? That's basically the hole we crawled out of.
Do you like anime? Face reveal.
Hell yeah! My favorites tend to change really fast, but right now I'm really liking My Hero Academia, JoJo Part 4, and Mob Psycho 100. And believe it or not, I've revealed my face before. You just gotta find it.
Does your species have a decent cloning program yet?
I'd say it's pretty decent, yeah. I mean, look at Pask. He's beautiful. No skin sloughing off or anything.
What time is it? To sleep. Do you like K-pop?
Short answer, yes. Long answer, I don't listen to K-pop very often, but I do like the songs I've heard. K-pop's fine, but I don't consider myself a huge fan. I'm more of a power metal kind of gal.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes are nicer to sleep on.
Why tentacle?
Why not tentacle?
How come Pask can't speak any earth languages, but can perfectly understand you?
Because Pask can't physically speak earth languages. I was surgically modified to be able to speak this way. It happens with some of us sixes who decide to join the fleets, cause it's likely we'll run into other alien species out there. It's useful to have someone around who can mimic other languages and weird alien noises no one else can make. And you never know which alien cultures find synthesized speech devices offensive. Hey Pask, why don't you say something so they can hear what we actually sound like? Pask? You're not supposed to say that around humans.
They don't know what I said. How come Pask always looks very concerned with every video he is in? Is it you or the topics you cover?
Well,
It's both. Can I have Pask for a day? Can you make me an alien too? If not, can I have Pask as a space pet?
wow, Pask, you sure are popular. I hope they don't like you more than they do me.
How do is be good for the image and see themselves well?
I totally agree. Absolutely brilliant thought. It couldn't have been worded more perfectly.
So I'm curious to digital art. Do I need a good computer or laptop, and I'm planning to buy a digital tablet?
Okay, so I get the impression a lot of you guys think you need a sweet-ass computer and a Cintiq to do good digital art. And I don't know if this is going to put more or less pressure on you, but the tools you use don't matter. What matters is the artist's skill with the tools they have. The only tablet I own is a Wacom Bamboo. I've been using this thing since middle school, and now as a sad adult, I still do all my work on this thing. It's $15 on eBay. Actually, that one might be used, but still. And free software is getting better and better. OpenTunes is fabulous if you want to get into frame-by-frame animation. Medibang Paint is a wonderful alternative to Sai and Photoshop. As long as your laptop or computer doesn't crash every time you move the mouse, you don't need to spend thousands on getting started in digital art.
Where do you get the material for your videos / how do you decide on what to make a video on?
I say this all the time, and it's absolutely true. I am a wealth of useless information. I have a list. At this time, it's got about 170 plus items, and I'm always adding to it. If someone suggests an episode, I add it to the list. If I find out something weird from just browsing that I think would make a great episode, it goes on the list. And when it comes time to pick a topic, I play this little game where it's kind of like throwing darts at a map, but instead I load Pask into a catapult.
Are you subscribed to PewDiePie yet?
Twice, actually.
What is your favorite color?
Purple. And black, because I'm edgy as high tide
Inspirational speech.
In a few billion years, the universe will cease to exist. All the stars will fade away, and every planet full of life will become a dead, frozen ball of ice. Everything we've ever done, are doing, and will do is going to be forgotten in a vast, empty darkness and silence. Fame, success, and glory won't mean a thing as the universe withers away, and there's nothing we can do to stop it.
That wasn't inspirational at all.
Remind me again what inspirational means? I think that's all the time I've got left, unfortunately. If I let this video get any longer, editing will be even more of a f***ing nightmare, and I've got plenty of that shit already, that's for sure. I opened questions up to both YouTube and Twitter, and got absolutely inundated. I tried to get as many as I could, so I apologize if your specific one was not answered. I might have other Q&As like this in the future, since they're actually a lot of fun to do. So just be on the lookout for that. I think that's about it, huh? Pask? Got anything else to add?
No.
Huh. Okay. So this is weird, but I've never made a video this long before. I just assumed it was never going to end. That it was just gonna keep going on forever and ever. How do I even sign us off? How do I even make a proper end at this point?
Like this.
Hi everyone, and thank you so much for watching. The script for this video ended up way longer than what I usually deal with, and that's why this took so damn long to get out. Longer script means longer editing hell, and I didn't want to rush or half-ass this video, which is why I decided to take another week or 2 weeks or however long this video actually took. I don't know as of recording right now. So thank you so much for your patience, and I hope this vid was worth the wait. This week's featured fan art is by The Skull Colors on Twitter. Link to the artist page is in the description. And here's some comments from the last video. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by dropping a like and hitting that subscribe button. I also take art and animation commissions, and I do have a Ko-Fi page as well. If you buy me a coffee through there, I'll make you a sketch as a way of saying thank you. Links to all that, as well as links to my social media, are in the description. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you real soon.